True RTO, or recovery time objective, in disaster recovery is our definition that we use to try and separate the difference between what's referred to as a technical RTO that applies to just the technology and all the other steps in the process that are required before an application can actually be available to users again after a disaster occurs. So True RTO is important for two reasons. One, it's essential to set expectations to your business or to your leadership, or if the application faces users or customers, on when the application will actually return to service after an event. Oftentimes, people measure the RTO, the recovery time, just based on when the data center will power back up or the systems will be back on. And in reality, because there are a lot of additional steps like verifying that the security is in place, verifying that the data is actually the most recent data, it's not corrupted, verifying the application actually works, that the business unit that owns the application agrees that the application works, are all required to occur after the technology is done, but before you can open the application up to the end user. The challenge that occurs is oftentimes people will set the expectation based only on the technology. Everyone thinks the application will be back up in 15 minutes, when in reality, when you include all these other steps, it could be several hours, or at least more than what the technology time is. There are multiple perspectives on what a recovery time objective actually means, and it really depends on who you're asking. So from a technologist's perspective, the recovery time is measured in how quick it takes the technology itself to recover after an event. From a business perspective, or someone in the business that owns an application, they want to know when the application's available so that they can log in and verify that it's okay. That's a different time objective. And then from a user's perspective, none of that matters if the application isn't actually available to them to do whatever they need to do. So their recovery time is a different number. So it really evolved because people were talking about it from different perspectives. So there's an airline that we work with, and their system is required to make sure that planes can travel safely in the air. And one of the challenges is application can come back fairly quickly. It's fairly resilient. But if the data that they track about who is on the plane, whether or not that can check in with the TSA database, make sure that anybody that might be on the plane is not on the no-fly list, that has to be accurate. So if the application is back up and running, but the people that are in charge of the data haven't actually logged into it and made sure that they have the most recent passenger manifest data from a few minutes ago, not possibly data from yesterday or a few hours ago, you can see that they may accidentally, inadvertently allow planes to get in the air that would not have passed the no-fly list check.